What's up? Hi, priestess. So, family. It's Titi here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me tonight. You already know what time it is. Um, so last week we stopped reading at waking up, and we will continue to the next chapter, which is Thailand today. I'm not sure how many pages we'll be reading tonight, but we'll see. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your week is off to a great start. Um, I'm just here. I had a good day. I'm doing well. My week has been kind of a little bit slow but productive still, and I'm just here. I wanna, read with you guys tonight, and I'm excited. So let's. By the way, for you guys that are new and joining, we are currently reading The Way of the Priestess by Sarah Coxon. I think that's how it's pronounced. I promise you guys, this is not a promo or anything. I just find this book really interesting, and I just want to, share it with other, high priestesses out there. I hope you find it helpful. I think it's an interesting book, and also it's a really good book. So why keep it to myself? Why not share with other people, right? So we will be starting with Thailand today, and we're about to start. Okay, so I'm starting. By the way, don't forget, guys, I always do the oracle reading. So after this, I already, pre-pulled, I guess, some cards for y'all. So after reading, we're going to go to that. All right, so by the way, we stopped last week, we stopped at um, waking up, which was where Sarah talked about her half brother passing away, which was a wake up call for her. So today we're gonna start with Thailand. So let's go. All right. It's been 10 months since Nev's passing, and I'm on a white sandy beach in Thailand. It's about 4 a.m. Shooting stars are darting across the twinkling sky, and the moon is about to set into the ocean. I feel a sting of guilt thinking about my boyfriend back in England, but it feels unbelievably good to be lying here in the arms of a Canadian Dan. Hmm. Wait. Don't get me wrong, it's not that this guy is my one true love, but he smells good. His kisses taste like tequila. I like tequila. And talking to him this evening has helped me to remember who I really am. We met one boozy night in Bangkok. I have vague memories of us dancing on the bar singing John Denver's songs. He then followed me to Koh Phangan, I think. We've just spent the past 4 hours chatting nonstop with each other about our lives. I've poured out my life story to him, and I have admitted to him something that I've never dared admit to myself before, let alone to anyone else, that I went to leave the UK and teach yoga. That I want to leave the UK and teach yoga. The cocktail may have gone to my head, but in many ways I've never felt clearer in my life. For the past month, I've been traveling around Thailand with my friend. It was supposed to be an eat, pray, love kind of trip. I I I envisage us doing yoga on the beach every morning and drinking green smoothies. But Thailand had other ideas for us. We spent the past month in a maelstrom of catharsis, party after party, drink after drink, flirtation, dancing, wildness. I feel liberated in a way I've never felt before. here, I'm not someone's daughter or girlfriend. I'm not the sensible PhD student who's trying to fit herself into a box in which she doesn't belong. I am just Sarah. Okay, so what I'm getting here is she's in Thailand having fun. Um, she just feels like herself. She's just Sarah. No burdens or no try to meet anyone's expectation. So sometimes that can be good. All right. Okay. A few days after the romantic evening with Canadian Dan, I find myself boarding my flight back to the UK. I cry on and off for pretty much the whole flight, not because of Dan, I'd pretty much forgotten about him, but because I know I have to radically change my life and I am so scared. On returning, I managed fairly quickly to find the bravery to break up with my boyfriend of 6 years. Or perhaps it's more accurate to say that life gave me no alternative. The day after I returned home, as I was lying in bed questioning my very existence, that sweet innocent man got down on one knee and proposed to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Every cell in my body screamed at me to say no. You guys see that? You guys hear that? And so I turned him down. I will never forget the look on his face as he quickly put the ring away. But nor will I forget the feeling of relief that flooded my body. It was the first time in a long time that I had made a decision where I was being more loyal to my authentic desires than to my fear. At 18 years old, we were just kids when we met. We fell in love quickly, and he was my rock. But as the years went down, I started to crave more. I didn't care that I didn't have a high level job or a flashy car. What I craved was a deeper connection. We only seemed to be able to connect over festivals and pins, but I wanted more depth. The truth is that we should have broken up years earlier than we did. In our sixth and final year of relationship, I was already started to pull away, but I could never quite bring myself to sever the tie. I wanted to have my cake and to eat it. I simply couldn't choose between the safety of him and the excitement of the unknown. And because of my paralysis, I left him dangling, enslaved in a relationship that was nourishing neither of us. Leaving him wasn't a walk in the park, but it hurts a less. It hurt a lot less than I thought it would. The next breakup I had to face was with my career. I wanted to follow my true calling, but I was having trouble taking the leap. I knew I had no choice but to leave. Okay, you know what? I wanted to say something, but I'll finish this first. Life as an academic, my to leave my I had no choice but to leave my life. Wait, I thought. Hmm. Sorry, guys. So leaving him wasn't a walk in the park. Okay, I see. I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Hmm. Leaving him wasn't a walk in the park, but it hurts a lot less than I thought it would. The next break, okay, I see what's happening. The next breakup I had to face was with my career. I wanted to follow my true calling, but I was having trouble taking a leap. I knew I had no choice but to leave my life as an academic and follow a deeper, truer calling. My connection with the priestess was reactivated, but I was still too paralyzed with fear to follow it. It's so crazy how we feel, and this I'm speaking from experience, right? I remember like what I mean, like a couple of years ago, like I could tell You would just feel that pull and be like, I don't belong here. I don't feel this. I'm not connecting to any of this. There's something deeper that I'm craving, right? Now, it's gonna be hard because you can find yourself falling back, most especially if it has to do with um having fear of losing a loved one, or being alone, because not everyone will understand your calling. Not everyone will understand where you're at. So when you start to choose yourself and to connect with your higher self, you can find yourself start losing some same people. And it becomes hard because you don't want to lose these people, right? So your fear kicks in, and that's where that's how it becomes hard for you to, choose your higher self. But guess what? The universe has a really funny way of making you choose yourself by force. It's so crazy because you can start seeing like different things happening, like, in fact, maybe even lose your job, you know, losing so many things, different things happening, so many tower moment, so many things just setting you back, and then you're frustrated. You're like, what is happening? What is happening? And it's just literally saying you just have to choose your higher self. This is a journey you have to choose. You are choosing, and you know, God, universe, whatever it is that you believe in, is saying that I'm calling you. I'm choosing you to do this. So it's either you answer me and I'll make you happy. I'll make your life be at peace. Or you don't follow me and you bear the consequences. But there's one thing, there's always a choice. You can always choose what you want. You can choose if you want peace or if you want chaos in your life. I want peace. I mean, before it was hard for me because I'm so stubborn, okay? My point is that I can do whatever I want. And I I remember I'd be like, it's not fair. It's not fair. I should do whatever I want and be fine. It's just crazy. But I'm just glad that I'm, where I'm at, choosing to connect with my higher self, grow, be at peace. All right. So we're going to read another um we're going to read the priestess calls is the next one. I think this will be really interesting. All right, let's get into it, guys. So, when referring to my connection to the priestess, I use the word reactivate intentionally. The priestess wasn't unknown to me. She's not unknown to any of us. I'd already heard our call, but I was choosing to ignore a message. Guys, that was me. I literally just said this. That was me. That was literally me. I heard the call, and I didn't just hear. I saw, like, I literally saw, like, I'm calling you, but I was ignoring, and I paid for it. All right, let's continue. I first met her at the age of 15. My mom's best friend had given me an oracle deck, and there she was on the cover, Dana, the high priestess, hauntingly beautiful and immensely powerful. Looking into her eyes offered me a glimpse into a world that I knew deep down but had long forgotten. So, this for me, guys, I remember when I was like when I was really, really younger. When I say younger, like really young, probably maybe like 10, 11 ish. I can tell how vivid my dreams were. And you know what was scary was I would dream about people before meeting them in person. That I think that was when I realized that I just had that gift, I had that power in me. I would literally go to sleep. I would dream about people I haven't met before. And then I would meet them. in real life after my dream. It was scary. And it was even more scary because I was young and I was like, I don't think anybody will understand this. I think people are going to call me crazy. So I never had this conversation with anybody. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if I've ever had this conversation with anybody. That's a crazy thing. But it was so scary that when I see that person, I'll be like, "Oh my god, like what the hell just happened?" It's just, it is crazy. Okay, it's crazy. All right, so let's continue. By the age of 16, I was dabbling in goddess worship. I would worship to the moon, talk to the trees, and feel the feminine spirit all around me. By day, our family garden was where we enjoyed barbecues and summer lunches. By night, it was my sacred space where I would engage in magic, ritual, and connect to the energy of my ancestors. Tom watched from his upper bedroom window, sniggering but also curious. There's no doubt about it. I was the weird kid. I listened to punk. I questioned authority. I drank and danced under the stars. I kissed who I wanted to kiss and I felt so alive. I hated school. I didn't fit in. I didn't belong. I wasn't lazy and I wanted to learn. It's just that I instinctively felt that the school system was restrictive and oppressive. My feminine spirit, so curious and expansive, wanted to dance free and explore. But the heaviness of school conditioning finally won, and seeing how proud it made everyone, I finally abandoned my free spirit to go to university and study archaeology. That is interesting. I actually like that. I did this partly because it was an avenue of connecting with the past, but also because it was an option that matched a subconscious drive to please others and to do what was expected of me. And so, at the age of 24, after years of hustling to prove myself and turning to be something that deep down I wasn't, I was finally ready to reclaim my truth and embody the priestess. However, the transition wasn't swift or easy. It seemed to me that in our modern world, almost every single structure, be it social, political, economic, or academic, is built to shut out a woman's priestesshood, which is true. In these structures, there's no room for a woman's intuition, a woman's emotionality, or a woman's compassion. In short, there is no space for a woman's true power. In order to succeed, a woman is taught that she has to suppress, downplay, or apologize for her feminine magic. A woman is gaslighted and told that the struggles she sees playing out in the world aren't real or aren't that bad, and that her anger isn't warranted. As such, a woman is taught not to speak up or speak out against her own sense of personal injustice, and not to mention the injustice that she sees in this fucked up world. As a result, whilst finishing my PhD and getting ready to leave it all behind, I felt like I had a split personality. One on one hand, I was still going through the motions of my academic life. On the other hand, I was going through my yoga teacher training, chanting in Sanskrit and reading every self-development book I could. I fervently hid my witchiness from colleagues, terrified of judgment or not being taken seriously. I told you guys this was my thing when I was younger, right? I was like, I couldn't tell people that whatever it is that, my dreams, whatever, because first of all, they're gonna call me crazy. Now, fast forward to like when I grew older, I mean, in recent years, literally, like probably a couple of years ago, I didn't embrace, still embrace, because I'm like, the world is like so modernized right now that, you know, your friends or whoever, they're not going to understand who you are. And, you know, it may sound kind of funny. But again, I've just built this kind of I don't care as long as I feel good. At the end of the day, I have myself to report to and nobody, right? So anyway, let's continue. I felt like I had wait, where? So okay. So, but conversely, as a product of my conditioning, I also found myself rolling my eyes at any spiritual theories that, for me, were a little bit too out there. For months, I found myself in a liminal space, and I didn't know where I belonged or what my real role or purpose was. The trip to Thailand gave me a greater clarity, but I was still unsure what to do next. Fear was keeping me prisoner, even though the jail door was open. I needn't have fretted about it. It turns out that the universe had a plan for me. And despite the fact that outwardly things over the next couple of years appeared to get worse before they got better, everything was unfolding for me beautifully. It turns out all I needed to do was surrender to the mystery and follow the breadcrumbs. This heat so like this I don't know. It screams me right now. Literally screams me right now, you know? And I don't know if we should continue, but I still have to read the next oracle card for you guys. So we're gonna continue next week. We will continue the next the next topic is safe at last. So we're gonna continue with that. You know, next reading on next week because I wanna do this frequently. So, are you guys excited for the next part? All right. So, we're going to be reading your oracle cards. I already pulled some and we're just going to go ahead and read them. And honestly, these are one of my favorite oracle decks, okay? And we're just I don't know which one to start with. All right. Let's start with the wisdom of oracle of the oracle, and then we're gonna go to the next one, and then we're gonna go to the next one. I pulled from three different oracle decks for you, and the first one is poised. So poised is found on 48. So we're gonna read that, and then we can move forward from there. What do you guys think? All right. So what page? I'm just finding the page, guys. Give me a second, please. Give me a second. We will be right there. All right, we're there. All right, so poise is being ready, bringing something to life, being at your best and confidence, guys. So, this is the time for you to be confident and bring whatever it is that you have in your head to life, whatever plans you have. In fact, I'm feeling like a lot of people, a lot of you all should be sharing your voice right now. A lot of you all should be literally like sharing your voice. There are people who want to listen to you. There are people who want to listen to what you have to say. There are people who really need you because you are the priestess. You are the earth angel. You are here. You're chosen. You you're chosen, you're called to literally lead these people and help them. So let's read. It says, you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and your and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. And I'm getting that a lot of you all know this. Like you know that you're being called. You know that it's time for you to literally step into your power. You're letting your fear get the best of you, and this is calling you to step out. All right, you guys know. I don't know. For some reason, I always read the relationship message for whoever need to hear this. You know, if you're in a relationship or whatever, you're not. So, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationship. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendship, and harmonious new connections are all present right now or are coming in. You are ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. And let me tell you, I think the best kind of love is self love. And when you love yourself, you're confident. And when you're confident, you love yourself, people will start loving you the way you want to be loved, the way you love yourself. I know this, okay? So, prosperity message says you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you're ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. I told you guys, you're here to serve. You're being called to serve. That's why you're here. So, all right, let's let's check the other one. The other one is mending. Mending, and I think that's like um I think mending is straightforward. Mending is like repairing or, but let's go into it. All right. So mending, forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. All right. So the message is each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding the integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very thing we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echo of resentment, and the argument that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Relationship message: you have come to a place where forgiveness is necessary. If you are to move forward, separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effect of a hurt that is impacting everything you do. Even if you're not aware of it, the energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal the wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come out of forgiveness and an honest redress. You heard that. Um, I feel like you would know if this is, for you. Hold on, guys. All right, prosperity message. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing, you lost sight of long term sustainability, prosperity. Sometimes you make choices that look good at first but ultimately lead to loss of or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others. Don't blame anyone else. You get to start again, wiser and more mature. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. That deep breath was needed because this was just talking to me. Let me tell you how, you know, s- I tend to like, bring myself to forgive people a lot, even if they don't apologize to me. And that's because of my own peace of mind. I feel like if I'm holding on to resentment, anger, I'm not going to be in the right state of mind. And it tends to affect me because I'm more of a logical person. And I use my mind most of the time. So it's important that I'm in the right state of mind. So if I'm holding on to all this, different thoughts or emotions or whatever it is, it kind of affects how my mind functions. So I tend to forgive. So something happened, maybe not, I don't want to say like now, but let's just say months ago, like, 6 months ago or so. Let me see. Yeah, I think about that time. And you know, it was so crazy that even now I still kind of like, remind myself and be like, that happened for a reason, that happened for a reason. And to be honest, it truly happened for a reason because I feel like if that had not happened, I'm not going to be here talking to you guys. I had to like embrace my calling even more when it all happened. And and I chose to like, I'm not gonna indulge. I'm just gonna focus on myself. I'm just gonna build myself. I'm just gonna and to be honest, I think that happened on purpose because I was hearing my calling, even though I started connecting. But you know how you're going somewhere and for some reason you just had to detour. That was what happened with me. And the universe and God is like, this girl, you're playing with me. You are playing with me because this is not what I'm asking you to do. What you are doing is not what I'm asking you to do. Do you understand? So I'm like, so I believe that happened because I wasn't listening. And I just had to accept the situation and be like, it's okay. I did my part. You know, I was genuine. I'll always be genuine. That's one thing. And another reason why it's easy for me to literally always choose myself no matter what is because I know that every part of me will always be genuine in any kind of friendship, in any kind of relationship, in any kind of situation. I will be genuine. So if if my presence, if you don't want my presence, that's fine because I don't have any malicious, you know, intent or whatever. So I'm not going to try to force myself to be in a place that I'm not wanted, right? So anyway, I just had to accept the situation and gracefully, move on from it, learn from it, right? And I just meant the relationship with myself. I just meant the relationship with my calling. And I think this spoke with to me a lot, this mending. And even though sometimes I'm kind of like falling short, I'm still at peace. I'm at peace knowing that, what, I actually feel fulfilled with what I'm doing right now. I feel fulfilled with like, finally accepting myself, finally doing what I'm being told to do, and I'm sure God is like, now your head is correct, right? All right, so we're gonna move to the next one. I love this deck so much. I didn't even realize I had it until when I was trying to find a self care um I was trying to find my self care deck so I could pull like self care um card for you guys, but for some reason I don't know where it is. So while I was telling myself that it's somewhere, because I think I put some of the decks back in their boxes. So I'm like, I know it's somewhere, but so while I was doing that, I just found this one, and immediately I can tell you the chills that literally, like, I felt. And and you know what's funny? It's funny because the first time I got this deck, I had the same chills, and when I found, okay, I'm not not sure what happened, but um, it just stopped recording. But we're gonna continue. My battery is low anyway, but let's get to it. So the first card is Maypole, and it says, I am fertile in what I seed for. There is reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. So let's read this. It says, don't wait for happiness to find you. You can choose to be happy right now at this moment. Sing, dance, spend time with loved ones, and celebrate just because you are alive and you can focus on enjoying life and doing what gives warmth to your soul. The situation you have inquired about is still developing. No amount of stress or worry will fix your circumstances, but you may find yourself with a sudden spark of inspiration once you allow your doubts to fall away. Solution can come in the most unexpected ways and will often do so when you give your fears to the universe, so you can go out and play. The universe takes pride in your willingness to trust in its power to move mountains on your behalf. You will be rewarded for this trust, and all will be well. Do not think you must obsess over your circumstances to overcome them, and nor must you spend every waking thought on your intentions to manifest them. Let the universe know what you need, then go and allow yourself to embrace the joy of living. Guys, this is talking to me, okay? And I'm sure it's talking to other people as well. I know it's not just me. I know it's talking to some of you as well. This is talking to me, and all right, I accept the message. All right. So the next card is the lovers, right? It says that love lulls all sorrows and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid of the unfurling wind of my eternity. So let's go ahead and read. It's number 42. Bear with me, guys. We're almost there. We are almost there. And we are there. It says, perhaps the only thing more difficult than being your true self is allowing others to see you for who you really are. The fear of rejection can make you feel like you have to remain guarded or alter your truth to be more desirable. Guys, this is what I was talking about. The fear of being rejected, the fear of being alone. So then you don't accept who you are, you don't speak your truth because you don't want to be left alone or you don't want someone to reject you. Unfortunately, if anyone is rejecting you for speaking your truth, then maybe you shouldn't, be together, you know. Okay. The need to shelter your heart is even greater once you've experienced heartache and betrayal, as your heart begins to fear the idea of love blooming again after it is shattered. It's natural to retreat for a time to mend the broken pieces, but the presence of the lovers is a welcome sign that your heart is ready to experience love through a higher consciousness. Your previous relationships have taught you what isn't in alignment with your heart. Each prior experience offers you more insight into the type of relationship you are now ready to call into existence. Your pathway to true love lies in your willingness to be open and vulnerable. Do not be afraid to show the world who you truly are. Be willing to say no to those who cannot accept you for all of your flaws and curves, cracks, and baggage. These are not the right people for you. Literally. Okay? Being vulnerable with others is like sending out an invitation to join your life party. Those who show up and support you are the ones who will help you grow and enrich your life with happiness. This message can likewise be applied to wealth, career, friendship, and your beliefs. An invitation to love ritual. Write out the words "an invitation to love" at the top of a small piece of white paper and set them aside. Think of the type of people you would like to invite into your life. This can be a friend, lover, business partner, or even future children you would like to have. For each person, write in red ink a personalized invitation into your life on one of the piece of paper. Tell each person the reason you're calling them and what your plans are for them. Once they come into your orbit, Dab a little of dab a little of your favorite fragrance on the piece of paper and fold them in half and half again. Place each of your invitation inside a small memento box and place it somewhere sacred, such as a love altar. That was deep, guys. That was really deep. That was deep. All right, so we're gonna read the last two decks, okay, before I leave because my battery is low. Okay, so this article we have the seer, the seer. Um, I like the seer. I like the word seer because it kind of resonate with me. So I'm about to read it. It says a seer is someone who looks past the surface and beyond the physical world to reveal hidden truths. She relies on intuition, aware. Sorry, guys, my battery's low. She relies on intuition, aware that seeing goes beyond what the eyes perceive. You can't explain it immediately, but there is a restlessness in your soul, letting you know something isn't right. Don't dismiss these feelings. You must look closer to see the truth. The Seer card has come to your reading with a warning that someone or something in your life is not all that it seems. There is a deeper truth, for better or worse, that requires you to consider other avenues of knowing. Divination techniques, from tarot cards to runes, I think that's what it's called, to pendulums, as well as spells, rituals, and meditation, are all the tools for self-investigation that act con- as a conduit as you ask for help from your guides and Mother Earth. Also consider how you may be wearing a mask or adopting false belief about yourself. Perhaps the seer's message is about you. So remain compassionate and be mindful of judging yourself or others until more is revealed. So the other one is Spirit of the South, and that is on 32. So let's read. It says the Spirit of the South is connected to the element of fire and initiates you to the energy of expansion, radiance, action, excitation, and rapid change. When this archetype comes into your life, it brings about a need to head towards your soul purpose without further delay or distraction. We all have a purpose to fulfill. The universe gives us little nudges and messages, letting us know which direction to take. Being aware of these messages and acting accordingly allow you to channel the spirit of the South in a healthy, productive way. The universe always gives you plenty of time to change direction when you fall off course. If you ignore this warning, the universe must step in and burn through that which leads you astray. You have received this card as a final warning that some changes must occur in your life. Continue to ignore this warning, and fire will manifest in your life as chaos and destruction until you come back to your purpose. Embrace the gift of the South, and you will find the motivation and fiery passion to burn straight through your obstacle. So, guys, remember when I was telling you about, you know, walking and then you took a detour, and how, God stepped in and literally like spanked me just to, you know, make me go back to the right direction. This is what it's saying. It's saying that you know what it is you need to do, and now is the time. And if you keep ignoring, God will step in. God will make the changes for you. So you can either choose to make those changes now, or you can learn the hard way. And I always tell people I've learned the hard way. And that's why I'm here to talk to you guys, so that you don't make the kind of mistake that I made. Okay? My battery is so low right now. It was fun talking to with you guys and sharing this with you, and I hope to do this again soon. Actually, I don't hope, I will do this again soon. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your night. And I'm just gonna leave this here, and I will see you in the next episode. By the way, thank you guys so much for being here with me. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Turn on your notification button if you want to listen to more of me. And thank you so much, guys. And I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.